Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here, coming to you live from downtown Panama City, Fox 28 Studios. I want to start off the show by thanking the host I've had the last couple of days I've been off. I want to thank Brad Stevens for stepping up and coming up here on Tuesday. Also, Scott Lindsay came yesterday. When those two guys came, I watched the show down at the Cape, and I was just thrilled to see those. We didn't miss a beat. They just jumped in, brought it to you live, and had some good videos, some good fishing reports, and really good stuff. So I appreciate you two guys taking over those couple of days. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. It's still cool in the morning, and it's warming up, and it's about to hit 80s. In fact, they're predicting 80s for the weekend. That's going to be some of the first time we've had some steady 80 weather. But right now it's 46 here in Panama City, right downtown here. It's 47 in Mariana, and 51 in Apalachicola, and 50 in Bluntstown. High today is 75, and low tonight 52. The morning's still a little cool. Water temperature remains at 64 degrees. Marine forecast winds from the east, and then switching over to the south at 5 to 10, so more of a southeast wind most of the day, a light wind. Seas 1 to 2, and a smooth to light chop on the protected waters. Got a full moon coming up Saturday, so these next couple of days they should be kicking in, and fresh water and salt water should be excellent fishing today and tomorrow. Tides, Panama City, low tide is at 5:30. In fact, right now, 5:30 is low tide. High tide is 9:27 tonight, and a 1 foot range. The St. Joe low tide is 5:34 now, that's local time, and high tide is 10 p.m. tonight with a 1.1 range. One thing coming up this weekend, March the 20th, of course, most of y'all have that, Red Letter Day. That is the first day of spring coming up Sunday, and it's going to be here, and weather looks great. And I know if you're like me, you've noticed all the flowers blooming. It's just been spectacular blooms of the dogwoods, the late camellias coming in. Also, the azaleas are just starting to come out. Spirea, just beautiful. Panhandle is beautiful this time of year, especially you can ride through the woods and see some of the wild dogwood just scattered out in that sea of green out there. All right, we're going to take our first break, and we'll be right back with some good news on some fish that are really biting now.
Harold Milling Company, rough and tough dog food. Harold Milling Company builds it. They build hog feed. They build dairy feed. They make chicken feed. They have specialty feeds for rabbits. If you got a worm farm, grandmother used to have a worm farm. Look at the Harold Milling Company. You want to go down and get you, the dog's not running anymore. That's all over with. You want to get that 16% and drop down from the 26% protein. You don't want over to get fat. Harold Milling Company, you can buy at almost any feed store in the Panama City area.
Silly Willy Lures. Catch fish. Throw it at redfish or speckled trout or mackerel or anything that comes swimming by. Try the Pompano swim jigs. Add some shrimp, and you've got a fish-catching machine. Silly Willy spoons and jigs and Pompano swim jigs from Fish on Lures. Check them out at CaptainJoeFishing.com. Good lures, good prices. You'll find them at better bait and tackle shops. Silly Willy Lures. Sounds silly. Catches fish.
At Panama City Golf Carts, we are an authorized, easy-go, and Yamaha dealer, ready and waiting to meet your golf cart needs, serving Bay County and surrounding areas since 2001, providing sales, service, parts, and rentals, family-owned and operated, selling new and used. Come by and see our collegiate carts. You will find a large selection of accessories, batteries, tire, and rim assemblies. Whether in the woods, on the golf course, or cruising through the neighborhood, make Panama City Golf Carts your first stop, 1 mile west, the Hathaway Bridge.
If you got any kind of old trailer at the house that needs repair, need to bring it down to AMW. I have a huge supply of trailer and trailer parts, always on hand, anything you need. If you see this label on any boat trailer at any boat landing, you can guarantee yourself that you're looking at a fine quality made trailer. AMW Trailers, right here in the big blue building in beautiful downtown Millville. They've been doing trailers and trailer parts since 1954, 3 generations of the same family. All right, welcome back. Coming to you live, like I said, and first news I want to talk about, the hottest thing right now, the Spanish have come in, especially down around St. Joe Bay and all. I was in Blue Water Outrigger yesterday, and I was talking to Scott, and Scott works there, and he said a family from Georgia came down, and it was a family of 4, and just want to know, go catch some fish somewhere. He suggested, maybe trying some Spanish, and they didn't know where to go. He said, well, go up to Highland View, go up under the bridge there, and take this gotcha plug. He sold them a couple of gotcha plugs just like this. And they went up there, he said, and caught some Spanish. He said he came back to the store about 2 hours later, had a bucket full of Spanish mackerel right there under the Highland View Bridge. So that's what, and then I got other reports from people, and I just look out in the bay, and you can tell right away what's going on. The boats out there, the birds flying. That's one thing you're going to do, look for the birds. And you see the birds flying and hitting the water because those Spanish they're feeding, and the boats get around them, and a lot of people just troll for them. They catch them off the wall right there at St. Joe. They're just casting out with those gotchas right there at the wall. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right behind Blue Water Outriggers. Catching them there. And also, I got an email last night from Daniel Brannon down in Mexico Beach. Daniel's good about sending pictures of his daughter, Allie. Remember last summer she caught some nice pompano, if you remember some of those pictures he sent with her. And he said they were tearing them up at Mexico Beach Pier, some Spanish. And that's good. Daniel sent that information. Here's, if you're trolling, if you go out to Potato tomorrow, it's called a mackerel tree, okay? Put out by Clark Spoon. Now, the Clark Spoon is an old company. Also, the gotcha plugs, they put out by the same company out of Morehead City, North Carolina. Those Carolina coastal fishermen use these a lot, and they made it way down here. But anyway, the tree. Okay, this is sort of what it is. I'm going to start with my right hand right here, okay? You're going to tie this to your line, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then follow with a spoon, okay? That's why it's called a tree. It's just a long, evolved. Now, if you like to catch fish, and catch them fast and get your limit fast, this is what I recommend. A lot of folks just use a silver spoon, and like Scott said yesterday, you just put about a 40-pound test leader on it. But if you're going to, if you're just out there, and if you're fishing with kids especially, this really gets tangled a lot of times. So if you're fishing with kids, you might want to hold off on that. But if you're out there just trying to catch a lot of fish and get your limit, and remember the limit is 15, and the size limit is 12 inches. From the fork, always measure from the fork, right there in the middle and to the head. It's 12 inches, and this time of year, when they first come in, they always run on the small side. But if you get a chance, go ahead and go out today. Next couple of days should be excellent fishing for Spanish mackerel, especially down in our eastern viewing area coming into St. Andrew Bay. They're catching them. I know all this past week they've caught them in St. Andrew Bay off of Beach Drive there. And so that's the hottest thing going. Okay, and also if you're just out there in a boat looking for them, follow the birds. You see the big birds, big flocks of birds going down diving, and they're going down there feeding from the bait that the Spanish are chasing. All right. Now, and make sure just if don't just catch them and throw them away. If you're going to use them, you're going to eat them, go ahead and keep them, or you're going to give them somebody who might be like Spanish mackerel. Do something with them. Don't just catch them and throw them away. I know some guys catch them and freeze them. I know Frank Ansley, he and I were talking about that. He fishes with them during the summer, and that's a good thing to do. If you catch some of the ones right at 12 inches, they're excellent bait. All right. Don't forget, this weekend coming up, there are all kinds of things coming up this weekend, but one of the things, this Wildlife and Birding Festival over here at River Camps in Crooked Creek. The public's invited. It's from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That's off at River Camps on Crooked Creek. That's like you're going to the airport over there. 10 to 4 o'clock Saturday. Be all kind of displays and have some big cats out there and wildlife photography and all kind of stuff, and artists will be there. So Wildlife and Birding Festival. That's one of the things going on this weekend. Another big thing going on, our hunters now, they're hitting the woods for spring gobbler season Saturday. That's another big thing, and of course the Spanish mackerel. So I was thinking, things about to bust loose, and we keep waiting about another couple of weeks and things are going to really bust loose. But right now, just this weekend, you have whatever fits your bill. If you want to go hunting, spring gobbler, you want to go fishing, freshwater and Spanish mackerel, or if you just want to go take the wife and the kids and something and just go look at some stuff, the wildlife stuff, you got that festival over there at Crooked Creek. So got a great weekend Saturday if you want to do something outdoors. You got some great opportunities there. So that looks good. All right, now we're going to take a break. Come back. I'm going to show you these pictures of the panthers. They're fascinating pictures of these panthers. We finally got permission to use them on air. It took us about a week or two, but the lady was very nice, and we just had to go through the legality of it to show them on air. And we're going to tell you the story behind it. And then we have a video of some fishing the past couple of days. So you stay tuned.
Sunset Coastal Grill, located in the heart of beautiful Port St. Joe, was established in 2002 by Patty and Dewey Blaylock as a family-owned coastal restaurant. In Port St. Joe, we meet at Sunset. Sunset's open for lunch and dinner every day of the week. Fresh seafood's brought in daily and served in a variety of traditional and creative ways. Try our award-winning gumbos. Steaks are grilled simple and perfect over an open flame grill. Our homemade soups, sauces, and salad dressings are so popular, we sell them retail. And don't forget, see the sunset at Sunset.
You know what folks like best about Coram Steak and Eggs? Just about everything. Willie and Linda Coram have been in business a long time. They know how to take care of their customers with great food and great service. Better than being at home. You don't have to do the dishes. It's all good, but be sure to check out their heavenly hash. That's what Coram Steak and Eggs is famous for. Coram Steak and Eggs, 804 South Tyndall Parkway. Open 24/7.
Hey everybody, this is Brad Stevens coming to you from Sunjammers Water Sports on Highway 79. You know us for your fishing kayaks and all your sailing needs. What you may not know is that we stock a full line of inshore and offshore tackle, specializing in the Captain Joe fish-on lures. We stock his grouper baits, his SS minnows, his shredders, along with all of your gulp baits, Joe jigs, the edge hook, your U-Pro rods, and live bait. Come see us at Sunjammers Water Sports, 315 North Highway 79.
Come on down to Blue Water Outrigger, where you'll always find friendly service, fresh and saltwater fishing rods, top of the line men's and women's apparel. Don't forget to pick up your live baits and let us help you with all your outdoor needs. Check out our wide selection of top quality reels and hunting necessities, and everything in between. Come see us or order online. We'll be waiting for you right next door to Piggly Wiggly, Port St. Joe.
All right, welcome back. You know, a lot of times there's so many things we talk about, a wide variety of things to do in the Panhandle in Florida. And one of the things is just, you know, getting out and we do this sometimes, just riding around in the woods. And this lady, Heather Green is her name, and we got this in email. I think Stan Kirker may have sent it to me. Heather Green, she and her husband down in Collier County, they're east of Naples. They just wanted, she said she was feeling, I read all this, and I'm going to show you the pictures, but said she was just feeling lousy one afternoon, and she and her husband just jumped in the Jeep and went for a ride. And they have a scenic drive in the Big Cypress National Preserve down there in Collier County, and you can just sort of drive through there real slow. And she's a good photographer and took a camera with her, and she's always wanted to see a panther. It's like 4:45 in the afternoon, sort of spurred a moment, and she's always wanted to see a Florida panther in the wild. And she said they were driving through, and all of a sudden, up in the road, they stopped, and you can see on this picture, check this out. They stopped the Jeep, she took her time, had the camera, and clicked. And this is a panther looking right at her. Well, she was just ecstatic because she just kept clicking away. This was a mother panther, and she went back in the woods and came out, look at here, with two offspring crossing the road. Is that a spectacular panther shot? I mean, I just love these, and I'm gonna show you one more, okay? And that's them playing around and all in the road right there, and just clicking away from her Jeep and all that. Now, if you want to look at these photos, her website is heathergreen.com. So go www.heathergreen. Let me make sure I get this right. I'm sorry, heathergreenphoto.com. And there's a series like 11 or 12 pictures. I just printed these three and got permission to show these three on air. And these are her pictures, but I know you can look at them online there. But if you want to go to heathergreenphoto.com and maybe get a copy, because these are Florida panthers in the wild. And can you imagine just going out on a spur of the moment ride in the woods and seeing those panthers? So she had a series, and a great job, Heather. I know she'll be watching on YouTube tonight down in Collier County. So thank you for letting us use those pictures to show our viewers. Now, let's that's wildlife photography. I wish Tom was here; he could see these. Now let's go from wildlife photography into fishing. Now we've been on spring break and all, and it's really, and it's always like this on spring break. It's sort of windy and chilly, and that's how the month of March is. We want to just jump into spring too quick. Just all of a sudden we want to just be 80 and catching fish, but we do have this transition period in March, and March is a windy month. Always has been, and always been cool in the morning, especially when you get out. And like we were doing with surf fishing, and I was so excited that first morning. I got everybody up in the house, and well, I got everybody up and want to go fishing, and we got up like at 4 o'clock, because I wake up at 4 o'clock if I'm doing the show or not. And my little granddaughter Maddie, she loves fishing, and she wanted to go no matter what time I woke up. She wanted to go, and Maddie and I went fishing, and Gail had the camera, so we went fishing before the crack of dawn. And we're going to show you this little video of just a couple of fishing trips, sort of all put into one. So let's roll this, okay?
We're at Cape San Blas for spring break, and we are fishing, and we think my granddaddy has lost his mind because we're fishing right now, and it's dark. You can't see a thing without the flashlight. That's that big. Like it?
Alright, let's go bait the hook.
Okay, I'll come with you. I don't see anything.
Let's get 2 or 3 pieces out. Lay one here. We got to go put the lead on first, though. Okay? We got to go put the lead on there, man. All right, that's enough shrimp out. Let's go. All right, we're gonna go put the lead on.
My sister wanted to eat that yesterday.
Okay.
We had the rods casted out, and we have the bait hooked on there, and we're all good. But the bad part is we can't see. So if we have a big, huge fish, and then we can't see the rod, then the fish is gonna grab the bait and swim off.
So we're gonna just look at the stars for a while, right?
All we're gonna do is look at the stars for a little while. Grandma said it's gonna take 20 minutes, and it's been 30.
Alright, here's our first fish. Alright, fish in the dark. Okay. Got it? Wow, the first fish of the day. What do you think? Okay.
Oh, no, it has the metal part on it.
Got one?
No.
Nope.
Bait's gone.
Bait's gone. Really? Another whiting. Oh, Maddie. Go around face the camera, okay? Yay!
Yay!
That's why you come here early.
Yes.
Folks, we're wrapping up spring break. You know, spring break to a lot of people means different things. You know, I know a lot of folks go out to the beach and carry on and have a big time and do those kind of things. Spring break to me has always been about going fishing, being with the family, just spending some quality time. And that's what we've done this week. We had a great time. We've enjoyed it, and hope you enjoyed the video. We appreciate you watching Panhandle Outdoors. And for Winston Chester, this is Spring Break 2011, Panhandle Outdoors.
My name's Captain Rick Corley. I'm a SAMS accredited Marine Surveyor, NAM certified Marine Surveyor, and IAME certified Marine Investigator. Been surveying since 1969. Was taught by my father, who is the oldest, longest practicing Marine Surveyor in the world. We do all types of survey, commercial or pleasure. Steel, aluminum, fiberglass, wood, makes no difference. Give us a call at 850-527-5287 or visit us online. We'd appreciate your visits.
When you're looking for sales, parts, and service for your outboard, all in one location, you're looking for BJ's Marine. Your authorized Tohatsu and Nissan dealer. BJ's Marine does it all. They have outboard parts and a service center and used motor sales too. Tohatsu, reliable, dependable, fuel efficient, and lightweight. Tohatsu Outboards, technology for the next generation. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road since 1991. When it comes to the shooting sports, the headquarters for this area for over 57 years has been C&G Sporting Goods. When you need firearms for hunting, target shooting, self-protection, home protection, or if you're a gun collector, C&G's friendly, knowledgeable sales staff is ready to help you make the right selection. C&G buys, sells, and trades guns. C&G will buy one gun or a collection. Look over this area's largest selection of quality firearms. C&G Sporting Goods, home of the experts.
You see a lawn. We see a whole new way to mow it. Introducing the new Kubota GR with revolutionary glide steer technology. It's the first to combine the power of a four-wheel drive tractor with the feel of a zero-turn mower. So you can mow up with more traction, down with more stability, and all around with greater precision. The all-new Kubota GR with glide steer. You gotta see this for yourself.
See the new Kubota tractors at Soul Tractor today.
Hi, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, we just got up there at crack of dawn on Monday and fished and caught some fish in the dark, and we just had a good time. And that second place we're fishing, that is right there at the lighthouse, and I was going to tell you about it. It's a couple hundred yards from the stump hole as the bird flies, but what's great about it is really easy to drive to. So next time you're down there, and right now they're doing construction all around the stump hole, so fishing, you've got to sort of go away from there. But if you want to just drive down and get to a place really quick and not have to haul your stuff a long way, drive to that lighthouse, park right there. It's the Coast Guard lighthouse. It's part of the Eglin property right there on the Cape. Park right there, and in 20 steps you can almost be at the beach from where you park. And just put your stuff right there. And there's a lot of stumps out there, so you're going to get hung every now and then, but it's a good place. Okay, but that was fun. I had a great spring break down there, and that's my idea of spring break. Now, let's look at Express Lane Fish and Game forecasted time for today. We're looking at 10:54 a.m. to 12:54, and then we're looking at 11:21 tonight. So right here around lunchtime, 10:54, that's an excellent time, okay? Now, coming up next week, we talked about this before I left, and we're going to talk about it some more coming up, but a week from this coming weekend, next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be this boat show we were talking about. And it's not going to be one of these big old huge boat shows. It's just going to be some local dealers. I know all the guys that's putting it on, Gulf Marine, Harsh Marine, Legendary Marine, Panhandle Outdoors, and Treasure Island. It's going to be at West Marine, okay, from 10 a.m. to 5. And it's right there off 15th Street. If you need a directions and all, it's right there at 15th and Frankfurt, the West Marine place right there. And it's going to be in that parking lot. And one of the things I'm going to do, try to encourage folks to come, and if you come by my booth, or Steve Pettit and I will be there with our new boats coming out. We have this Panhandle Outdoors Backwater Series, and I'm excited about it. We've already sold one. I'm getting the next one coming down the line, and we're going to talk more about it and show you those boats and all. But anyway, if you come by the booth sometime Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and register, and I'll put your name in a cap, and one of the things we're going to do, I'm going to give away, I just bought this yesterday at Blue Water Outriggers. This is a nice Shimano rod and reel. Look at that. And I'm going to draw a name the following Monday on the show, and if you're listening, then you can win this rod and reel if you just come by the boat show and just visit with us. And I'm going to have some decals to give away and all kind of neat stuff. So we'll talk more about that during the following next week and all. Also, tomorrow, remember Tarpon Dock Seafood, Friday's here before you know it. It seemed like Friday was here just yesterday, seemed like. And tomorrow, Tarpon Dock Seafood will be giving away some nice seafood. And Joy Farrell, I think, is going to come on. We're going to make sure I had originally planned for him coming on. So anyway, we'll talk to him. Getting back, I was thinking during the video, what a beautiful area. I say this, I know you get tired of me saying this, what a beautiful area the Panhandle is, and seeing that video and all. And I was thinking about just the woods and all up there at Apalachicola National Forest. And what about reintroducing the panther back to Tate's Hell? We need, Ken Paramore, I know you're watching, call Stan and see if we can get some panthers from down there at Big Cypress and put them back in Tate's Hell, because they originally were there. I've run out of time. We're going to talk about that idea some more, okay? Hey, thank you all for watching the show. Be back tomorrow with some good stuff, and do something good for somebody. God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.